What's up, everybody? James here from Conscious Creatives. Welcome back to another round of podcast, Untrained versus Trained. I'm here today with Molly, and we're going to talk through her journey with Conscious Creatives. Molly, how are you?
I'm good. Very nervous, but good.
I like the honesty. So let's roll straight into it. What do you actually do for work today?
So I work as an assistant nurse, and I just take care of patients, majority dementia patients. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And I notice if we look back, you ran into me on a dance floor about 3 years ago.
Yeah, I
And
did.
and it started initially with basic popping classes, and then you realized you wanted to go forward into nursing, right?
Yeah, I kind of knew that I wanted to do my nursing beforehand. And I was already kind of going on that path of doing my nursing. I'd just gotten back from working in a hospital overseas in Japan. And then I just got a new job as an assistant nurse in a hospital in Australia. And now I've forgotten what you said.
That's okay. So coming back from Japan and having that overseas experience coming back here, what was the motivator or sort of the calling to go forward into nursing?
I guess I like helping people and I like making a difference. And it was something I was always told that I'd be really good at and that I should do, which made me not want to do it when I was younger, obviously. But then I kind of just grew up and realized I would be good at it and I'd enjoy it. And it's something where I'd get to hear and have other people share their life experiences with me and help them along the way, which kind of just suited me perfectly. So I thought, I had this opportunity to go overseas and work in a hospital, and I'd go do that. And if I still liked it from there, I'd continue. Yeah.
I like that. I really like that. And if you looked at it today, what would be the main skill that you feel like you're trained in as an AIN? What's the main skill you got to work with?
I feel like you've got all your nursing skills, which are super important, obviously. But I think you need to have just some general basic skills of like communication and compassion, patience, and stuff like that. And being able to manage your time really well is a massive skill, especially when you have so much to do in such a short time frame. And a lot of the time, what you have to do and the expectation of you is almost too much to even fit in that time frame. So it's about kind of triaging what's right and what you need to get done versus what can probably be passed on and stuff. And
I respect the clarity. Yeah.
For me, another big one was probably actually learning to study and like finding like a work-life balance is also really important. Yeah.
Good work. Okay. And in going through sessions with Conscious, what do you feel were a few good lessons you got out of that?
I got a lot out of it. I guess some big ones for me were like, it's okay to fail. Throughout my life, I hate failing, and I've never been someone who can accept failure. And it's this really big thing, but it's actually such an important thing to kind of have to be able to grow and move forward. And without making mistakes, you don't get better. Mistakes are what you learn from. And, it's just so important. And to like trust your intuition was another really big one, like about yourself. I'll trust it if it if I'm, in the workplace, I trust my intuition. But when it comes to myself, I tend not to. And actually learning to do that for yourself is just as important. So yeah, I'd say they're the big ones. And then start by starting is something you've always kind of drilled into me from the get-go, especially when we started these popping classes. And I was this nervous person who was kind of like on the dance floor when I met you, having the time of my life, carefree. My ghetto side comes out, like you call it. But the second then I'm taken out of that environment, it takes me a while to like kind of bring that out. And I guess start by starting with something that kind of helped with that.
Yeah, brilliant. And then, so start by starting, if we lean that into the nursing side, how did you apply it there?
I guess I kind of put off studying further with my nursing for a while because I really don't enjoy study. And it's something that, if it's not a practical way of learning, I don't really grasp it as easily. So actually just starting the course, because at the end of the day, if I want to get where I want to go, I just have to do it. Like, it's unavoidable. There's no other way through it but to either go to some kind of TAFE or university and do that and actually study. So I guess it helped to kind of like push me to start doing that again. It also helped me to build an environment of supportive people around me who
Brilliant.
also pushed me to do that. And like one of them would have been my like educator and stuff. And it really helped me build that supportive environment around me. And there's so many supportive people that I could list, my PT, my educator, my meditation teacher, and all that sort of stuff. And that kind of just, after starting Conscious Creatives, that like just slowly started building up and building around me. And I think, that's because you kind of manifest the right people when you know how to. And like
Wonderfully said.
Yeah.
And I know that you've also moved out into your own new environment, yeah?
Yeah, so that was like another big thing. That was something I've always wanted to do, especially since living alone overseas and then coming back to have to live with the family. It's something I wanted to do, but obviously financially it wasn't ideal at that point. But then you just get comfortable in your environment again. So you just stay there. And I guess another big thing that you constantly tell me is growth is uncomfortable. And it's right. It's this safe, uncomfortable feeling, like it is a very uncomfortable feeling, but at the same time, it's safe, which means it's growth. But if it's an unsafe, uncomfortable, it's obviously not growth. So it's kind of like this thing that kind of made me go, okay, maybe I just need to just do it because I feel too comfortable in my current environment and I'm not happy with it. So moving out was a really important thing that was really big for me to do.
Well done. Really well done. And with everything you've just said and the new people and the new environment and going forward with the studying and whatnot, what do you envision for 2022 for yourself? What's your vision for this year?
Well, I plan on finishing my diploma of nursing. And then with that, I'm on a scholarship program for that. So I'll get a new job and work and just kind of build up a bit more, skill within my nursing before I go straight back into studying again. And I just also to continue to kind of grow within myself, because even though, I've come a long way with growth with Conscious Creatives, I also feel like there's still so much more growth to do. And obviously you never stop growing, but I just feel like having this time at such a young age, being only 21, and to have this opportunity to be able to have a supportive environment and someone to mentor you through that and to help you grow is so beneficial, rather than trying to do this at like 50 or 40 and just figuring out, why wasn't I doing this my whole life? So I feel like doing that is super important. And that's kind of where I want to keep going with this and growing. Yeah.
I like it and I respect the clarity. I really like hearing that. And thank you for your time and all positive thoughts. Hey, enjoy.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Bye for now.